Right.
And we are back. We are back with the continuation of tonight's exciting adventure. And if you missed the one just before the break, poor Bazooka is being beaten up something wicked tonight, and he has just had an imp appear, almost like as if it was invisible, on its shoulder, and just whacked its barbed tail into Bazooka's neck, and done a whole load of damage, and including some poison damage into Bazooka, which sadly has taken him down to negative hit points. So, guys, we need to roll some initiatives. Not you, Bazooka.
Yeah, I was gonna say. In fact, I was gonna ask: do I roll an initiative?
No, you don't.
No. I just do the cons
At the end
Oh
of
my
nat
God.
one.
This is it. We're going to die.
Guys, did you click on your tokens?
I did, yeah.
Because
I got 5.
I'll add turns to you, don't worry.
Okay, I made sure I clicked on it.
I don't think I was up. I think I was still getting rid of the last one. Do you want to add? Do you want to add your things?
No, you got
look.
2. Jules, you got 2.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So,
What do you get if you fumble an initiative?
nothing.
You just come last.
You should miss a turn.
Okay.
No!
So I go first, and you see I can't remember whether or not you closed the door or not, but we'll say.
No.
No, I didn't.
It'll probably slowly come through, but shut in any case. But you see the imp run towards it and goes through the flap that I mentioned earlier on, and just sort of like quickly goes through it, and it sort of like swings almost like a cat flap, and he sort of like goes through, and then just sort of like disappears down the.
There's something about that cat flap.
I can't even see Bazooka.
Okay.
I can't.
No, you can't. It's because you've got your 20-foot light on.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And not your normal.
Yep.
If you put the
It was just while we were exploring the room, it was easier. Yeah, I'll put the pebble away.
now you should be able to see him.
Yeah.
Okay, Tenerial,
Right.
you're up next.
I shall approach Bazooka.
He's like this.
And if I see nothing dangerous, I am going to have to heal him.
You don't have to. You make it sound as if it's something like a chore. A chore. I'm a cleric, okay.
I'm not made of spells, you know?
Hey, we might get a better character.
I don't think you can get much better than Bazooka, because Bazooka's actually been here the longest, I think. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him 2 cures.
9.
I'll do 1 the next round.
Okay. Right, just do it, because nothing else is going to happen this round.
So, do I get 9?
No, you get 20.
Oh!
Bloody hell.
I catch you off, didn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm almost out.
Have you taken this?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Oh!
It gives him 17.
Well,
what's your
you know,
max?
28.
you should take more care of your hit points.
Yeah.
They're not just for Christmas.
You probably I think that's probably better than what you were.
Yeah, it's a lot better than what I was.
But so
But
Julius,
I'm still poisoned, yeah?
no, that was an instant poison.
Oh, okay.
So you're not poisoned. So, so Tenariel casts some spells and brings Bazooka around, and Julius sort of like looks away from his crate and goes back and has a look in. And the one that you're in at the moment seems to have books in it.
Hey, I was trying to figure out that this is all not really. It's like someone's trove of. They think it's really needed, but it's not. But I also realised that we kind of need our blokes. So I actually go, and because I love life, and life is the creed that I actually follow. I would like to top him off with another 5 points.
Oh, that's lovely.
Damn.
That takes him up to 22.
Sweet. And that's all of my...
Oh, yes, Longshanks, that's right. The fair elves maiden plants a kiss on his forehead, and Bazooka wakes like Snow White.
Oh, in a cave.
Tenariel, that was so lovely of you.
It was.
In a cave.
Bazooka says, "Am I in heaven?"
It's almost like
Was I that drunk?
Ramstein. It's almost like Ramstein's version of Snow White.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm all out of love hands. That is it.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Try.
Yeah, anyway.
What?
Where were we? Sorry.
I'm trying to turn myself back around.
I was just laughing at Echo's comment in the chat.
What does he say?
He wouldn't need topping off if the tank did its job.
Hey! if only he actually saw the imp coming.
Yes, if only the person on watch notified us.
Exactly.
Well, I was watching the door, but it just appeared out of nowhere.
It certainly did. It definitely appeared out of nowhere.
That's no excuse.
As if
Falling
Bazooka,
asleep on watch.
as if it was almost like invisible.
Right?
Hint, hint.
What an excuse.
Okay. What would you like to do, guys?
Do you want to carry on searching, inspect this, whatever is in the middle?
I want to go home.
Bazooka, you are home.
Oh, turn that twist on him.
This all belongs to you, does it not?
Probably, I don't know.
Plot twist.
So I'm right. I'm gonna stay in between these two and stay heavily protected. Hey, get back here, bitch.
Was there anything on this central table?
No. It's almost like polished, smooth.
I don't want to touch that thing.
Is there any markings on her at all?
Yeah, so Tenariel lifts you up a bit, Bazooka, so you can have a look. And round the edge, there seems to be runes in the obsidian. And when you look over it, it's almost like you can see your reflection. It's almost like looking into water.
Right.
Oh. Is this his resurrection table? Do you think yours? Unless I kind of wanted to destroy it.
There's no dried blood on it or anything like that?
No. If anything, there's no dust or anything on it. It's quite...
So it's like a portal table of some sort.
Well, it's more like... it's almost like a pool of water that's being transformed into stone.
I have the gut feeling that I want to destroy this thing.
You figure it's going to take a lot to destroy it. It would probably take hammer, chisels. I don't think if you hit it with your sword, it's likely to break your sword, you figure?
Can I have a think to see if it has any religious significance?
Yeah, by all means, roll your religion.
20.
The runes around the outside don't look like they're religious at all. They look like they're probably magical.
This is
I would like
Rurik's place, isn't it?
so magic. I've got. Does anybody else have a plus Arcana? I've got a minus.
I have a 0.
Arcana, what's that?
Or a better than I have in that Arcana checks.
It comes under intelligence.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I've got a minus.
So not
1.
Tenarial.
I've got 11 in intelligence.
To be honest, I have less than Tenarial.
Where's Rurik when you need him?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll it
You,
if you.
I can help you, I suppose.
You need to be proficient.
Okay, then
well.
I can't help you.
No, yeah, no one can help this roll at the moment. I don't think.
it might be something worth leaving until Rurik's around, so he can have a look at it.
Can I do it now and then
By all means,
when he comes along, or
do it again.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, put yourself next to the table and roll your dice.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 15.
Yeah, it definitely looks magical.
Great. Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna wait until he comes along. It's like it's a magical aura right here. And then I turn around as if I know what I'm doing and walk out.
Okay.
with supreme confidence. I was like, but in the back of my mind is like, yeah, make a note. Ask the wizard.
Yeah, ask the sorcerer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay, where would you like to go, guys?
Kind of want to jump over, like go back to where we were, jump over the cavern of trappedness.
Okay. I'm going to move you, so just keep still. Yeah. Okay. So you proceed back down the corridor, and you spend some time getting over the pit, and then you notice that the slime has sort of like settled down at the bottom again, and has started. It seems to be crawling up the edges, but then just slopping down. But it's not actually out of there at all. Okay, so you can move your characters now.
Okay. I'm gonna give another listen to this door.
I'm going to knock an arrow in my bow.
Yep.
I've got my my sickles out.
I'll just let you know.
And I'm literally extra wary now, so I'm like looking around constantly, making sure everyone's close.
Have you rolled your perception, Julius?
I'm doing it right now. I was just waiting for you. 14.
No, it seems absolutely deathly quiet.
I turned to scenario and Bazooka is like, I'm gonna kick it in.
Is there a little panel in the door like there was in the other one? Like the cat flap thing?
Are you asking Julius? Because you won't be able to see from there.
I know. I examined the door earlier.
No.
Can I
think
see
you
if
listened at the door.
Oh,
earlier.
sorry, I did. Yeah, that's right.
Can I look at it and see if there is?
All right, I'll ask whoever's at the door.
Yeah.
Yes, there definitely is a little flap exactly like the other one.
He might have come this way. It is a flip right there.
He's probably what I heard behind the door earlier.
Do you want to see if there's any letters in it flip? Parcels?
Oh, right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Finally got it. And that one.
I know who's dying next now.
I'll just take a step back.
Bazooka, you are forgiven for your earlier nasty there.
Thank God, take all the flack. You know what I mean? I tried to kick in the door.
Yeah, so just roll a strength check for me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to.
So I guess there's no latch on the door.
There's just there's little latch like that, so I just need to make sure that he actually doesn't like embarrass himself.
Bounce off it.
Oh no, he goes bang and the door goes boom like that and it goes right there back and it hits the other side with an almighty clatter.
Oh, I would have loved it if he kicked and broke his foot.
Hey, don't jinx it. By the way, that's exactly what happened in my game on Tuesday. We had I'm a halfling. We have a paladin. We have a bard, and we have somebody else. All of them tried to whack themselves on the door because I can run between their legs, and I was the last one at the back. I ran through their legs and then tried to handle and open the door after they beat themselves against it.
It's quite interesting that you could run between the legs and still reach the handle. That's what I was just thinking. How small are you? How small are you?
I can still reach up and it's like.
Excellent. The door is open, I do believe.
Yeah. And I move it in and then move.
Okay, just so you can see, I'll just ping it for you. This here, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's exactly the same as the one in the other room. And if you look right way down at the other end,
yeah, this one.
There's another one there as well. This is, hang on, let me just see what you can see. This is a bed.
A bed, yeah.
There's a bed here. This seems to be a table, and it seems to have almost like little vials on, and in what appears to be like a velveted padded casket. And the casket's open and you can see that there's 6 vials in there. These here and here are tables that seem to have a lot of books and scrolls on them. And then I just need to see whether or not you can actually... Yeah, you can just see them down here.
Yeah.
These seems to be 2 cages. And... I don't know whether or not you can.
I can't see what's in them.
I can't see anything down there.
The cage is literally just the edge of my vision.
Yeah, if you move, then once you can see them, I'll tell you what you can see.
Okay. Before I go any further, I would like to see if there's any disturbance in the air, that type of thing, or something that's wrong within the room.
Bazooka's in there.
Yeah, I've gone accustomed to his wrongness.
Yeah, it seems exactly like the rest of the cavern complex. It's almost as if it's decades, hasn't been disturbed for decades, and it's very sort of like dank, musty. It looks like it's been deserted for some time, and it's almost like. As if it's been forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you can see... Can you see the cages now?
Yes.
Well, there's actually 3 cages. You might not be able to see the last one. But the cages... The last one's further back. The cages have actually had their doors broken open. It looks like something's been bashing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and eventually has actually brought it up. You do notice that inside, you can probably see in this one, there's some remnants of discarded food in there, as if things have been thrown in there to feed the occupants.
I was on to possibly 3 walls, 3 cages. Possibly. Keep your eyes open. We still know the imp is in here.
But yeah, I'm doing that anyway. I'm that nervous. I'm constantly looking everywhere.
Yeah. Pretty much same here. It's
I'll-
like
I'll let these two look around. I'm just going to cover the door with my bow.
I'm not actually looking around. I'm just making sure that nothing scares me like it did last time.
I would like to go and see what subjects these books are.
You'll need the light because
I'll
because
I'll
remember,
give them the coin.
yeah, because remember it's all sort of like just greys and things like that. And
Yeah.
so you
While I'm holding the coin, my shield is away, so I'm losing 2 hit point, 2 AC.
but you'll be able to fight with
Yeah.
two-handed. Yeah, you look round all the tables, Julius, and as you're looking round, you suddenly think, hang on a minute. And despite your low intelligence, you're really quite excited because you actually made a connection. And you almost like go, guys! And you point round to the 4, the piles of books. And there seems to be a pile of each of the subjects of each of the runes that you saw beforehand. There seems to be a pile of books and scrolls and maps about death and about darkness and about doom and about dread. And it's it's not sort of like what is death. It seems to be maps following something somewhere. It talks about crypts, and it talks about ruins, and it talks about people and beasts and creatures. It's literally
It's a plan.
well, it's more like information, as if there's a terrific amount of information here.
Okay, so someone was doing the research for all the stuff that's going on.
Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
Interesting. Awesome.
It wouldn't be that little imp thing, would it? No, it wouldn't, because that imp. No, it wouldn't.
It'll be a connection to him because he's
Well,
down.
yeah, he's part of it. He's in on this.
Is there any mention to the obelisks or the these things that we see around the map?
No. Well, it's going to take you quite some time to actually filter through all this. These sort of like tables seem to be exactly the same as the ones in the other room, apart from this one bazooka doesn't.
Right.
This one seems to have some kind of as you look away, you just catch it at the corner of your eye. There seems to be like a red swirl in it, but when you look back, it goes back to solid black. And you keep catching it out the corner of your eye all the time, as if there's some black swirl in it. Does 17 hit your arm class, Tenariel?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then. Would you like to make a Constitution saving throw?
Damn it!
I'm glad it's not me. Just saying.
11.
Yeah, that's just a save. So you instead of taking 17 points of damage, you will take 11 points of damage.
11.
Jesus.
As appearing on your shoulder exactly how it was before is this little imp who's done exactly the same, but this time it's stabbed you almost like in your chest and pulled out, and a little spurt of blood has come out as it releases its tail. You sort of like hear a shout as Tenariel gets whacked by this, and you sort of like you turn round, Julius, to see what's going on. 17 won't hit you. Oh, will it?
Who? Me?
No, Julius.
Sorry.
No.
as
-2 from 21 is 18.
it's
17
19.
would have got me.
It's 19.
19, sorry.
Yeah.
Maths.
When all of a sudden on your shoulder that whacks its tail in as well, appears another similar thing to this, but a little bit bigger and a little bit nastier, but it actually doesn't puncture through your armor. Okay, wait. Right, now we can have some initiative.
Great.
That was so funny, because anytime anything happened, Bazooka just moved slightly over to one side and then moved over to the other side, as if saying, I'm keeping nowhere near.
This ain't anything to do with me.
In fairness, that could have easily come round this side of the table and got me.
It certainly could have.
So, but my plan was actually to try and block off the doorway. That's what I was trying to work out my movements.
Yeah.
Nice one. Bazooka, I think you fooled them. Okay, Tenerio, wow. 20. What would you like to do?
Now, I'm going to fry the little bugger with
Go for
the
it.
sacred flame cantrip.
Yeah.
17.
Wonder is that it's just a instant cast, isn't it? Yeah. So you cast it. I didn't know whether or not it was an action or a bonus action to cast it.
Action.
Action. So it's in your hand at the end of this round. So you'll have to chuck it next round. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So so you sort of like, but you do notice as it appears in your hand, the little imp goes like that at you.
Crispy, aromatic imp.
Okay, Julius, this is my impy person at you.
Nope.
It misses, and it jumps off your shoulder.
Sorry, did I miss on a 17?
No,
17 was your hit, as in your damage.
no. What I was saying is that is your cantrip a bonus action?
No, it's a full action. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you cast a spell, so you've then got the flame in your hand, and then the next round you would chuck it. You know.
Sorry.
So
right.
yeah. So then this little imp jumps off the table, off you. So it sort of like tries to bite you, fails, and then jumps off the table. Bazooka, get off the table!
I don't have it. I don't have my soundboard up.
Where am I at?
Exactly that on my soundboard.
5.
That might be what you just said.
I'm gonna move up to here and get ready to take a swing for if they try and escape through the door or if they are trying to attack me. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking you wouldn't get a when were you acting, Julius? You would have had an attack of opportunity, Julius. Sorry.
Oh, great! So I can take a swing.
Yeah.
And here we. 16.
Let me just check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Sweet. And 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so this little impy thing, it tries to bite you and it starts to run off, and as it runs off, you just swipe it with its sword, and you just neatly sort of like cut it in half,
Okay.
and it just sort of like goes, and that's it. It's gone.
I was about to say it's double-handed, but no, I have the coin in my hand.
Yeah. So this imp now jumps off you, Tenerio. So you can actually have chuck your flame as attack of opportunity.
All right.
So I'll have 17. I'll take the.
Okay.
No, I'll take 23. It's up to you. Okay, so you chuck it, and the fire just hits it and dissipates off it.
It gets a save as anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. It does sort of like dissipates off it, and it seems to have done no damage to it. Bazooka, you do actually get an attack of opportunity as it runs past you as well.
Sweet. So I'm going to take my swinging hand and swing at it.
That's a hit.
So I do 6 points of damage with that one.
Yep.
And then I take another swing with my other hand and 40.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, cool. And I do 5 points of damage with that hand.
Which, as it goes clear, running towards the exit, you too sort of like slice through it and chop it neatly in half, and it dies.
I'm on
36.
Yeah, I'm on 28 at the moment. I'm catching up, dude.
Do I recognize this imp as the one that scared me or stabbed
No,
me?
you recognise this imp as the one that scared you before.
Right.
Revenge is mine for the group.
So I'm gonna run up to it and I'm gonna kick it right in the head.
Well, its head's in two parts now from Julius's sword. So you could probably,
so I'm gonna kick both of his heads.
You could probably give it a good stamp.
That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'll do. I'll be stomping it.
Just jumping up and down and doing the splits because his head is like different places.
I'm that mad at it that I recognised it, and I'm jumping up and down, screaming. I got you now, you little butt.
So you could probably see that if you move further down the cavern, there is another cage right at the back. I don't know if you can see that now.
Yeah,
you see, yeah, which actually has a dead one of these in.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that actually looks like it's died of hunger or something like that inside the cavern. And that guys is the last room in Maggot Manor. There is no other rooms for you to actually explore now. You've been right the way through the whole manor. You do have Tenariel, as you get towards this, you do notice also that red swirling, and it's almost like the longer you look at it, the deeper the red becomes, and the closer you actually feel yourself going towards it. And it's only when Julie sort of like puts his hand on your shoulder that you almost like snap out of it. It seems to have this really powerful attraction to it. This one that Bazooka is next to is exactly the same as the one in the other room. The these have both been broken from the inside out, and then you can see that there's discarded food in here, but you think the breaking out of the cage has happened some time ago. And like I say, the one in the back here actually has a dead imp in it.
Yeah,
it looks like it's been dead for quite some time. There is this casket on here that has it's all padded, and in it are 6 vials.
Can we recognize any of these vials to what they do?
They've all got what appears to be some kind of deep red fluid in them.
Okay. Yeah.
I say leave them until we bring Rurik, or get a chance to get Rurik here. Maybe you'll know what to do with them. He's kind of a sick freak.
Unfortunately, alchemy is not a skill.
No, it's not. But there is an alchemist in Clarion.
Oh, okay. I'm tempted to bring them back.
Are they all different? Can you tell if they're all different or they're all the same?
That's the spooky thing about them. They're all exactly the same. And it looks like it's a set of 6 that actually fit into this casket. And the casket is all felt lined.
How big is the casket?
It's about... Can you see it's about this?
Like a cigar box?
So it's big enough to carry?
Oh yes, you can carry. You could tuck it underneath your arm, but it's everything is quite ornate about it. And so when the lid comes down, inside the lid are sort of like velvet holes that automatically click over the tops of the bottles, which are stoppered.
Yeah, so that it doesn't rattle around.
Exactly.
And break
yeah,
and stuff.
that's exactly what it is like.
This is a casket made for transport.
Well, it's probably is made for transport, but your first reaction is that it's definitely made for these 6 vials.
Yeah,
to make sure they don't break.
It was obviously built for these 6 vials to go in, and each one is filled up. I mean, you could take them out, and it's very viscous. This red fluid, it's not runny. It's quite sort of like when you tilt it, it's all like goes. It looks like it's not.
We've had healing potions before, which are usually red. It doesn't look to be that kind of.
It
fluid.
It doesn't look like if you drank this, it would be more as if you were drinking honey.
Yeah, sort of thick and viscous.
Yes, rather than drinking fluid.
Okay, guinea pig, Jules, hit it.
Who you say guinea pig? You're all a bunch of that. I'm actually very tempted to smash.
We can take it.
Take them.
We'd take it back to the alchemist in Clarion.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to smash them. here and now.
You don't know what they.
Effectively, everything that I have seen on this quest in the mansion has been against my religious beliefs. Effectively, anything that comes out of this, apart from like gold and everything like that can help us expand as a group, which I again do suspicion is like this gold might be cursed, everything like that. Any material that we gain out of this could be cursed. Is like I just want to destroy.
It could be evil.
Identifying the portions though could help us.
I would like to actually do. Do I have it? No, I can't because that's my other character in my game. I would like. Can I do an Arcana check on these vials?
Yeah, by all means.
It's a -1, guys.
You've been getting good rolls. Apart from now.
Healing potions.
Healing potions. Drink it.
Yeah.
You think it's probably dark red honey?
Great. Can I also do? So, me personally, I want to smash these vials. This is my character feel like that as well.
Well, I would say to you, my answer to that would be you haven't smashed anything else. For example, there was all the stuff in the other room that you didn't do anything about. So I would say that it's almost a little bit out of character to do it now. I think what you might do is find out what it is.
Try and identify it so we can maybe
So, okay,
learn to
you're
fight
going
it.
on about saying you're going to smash this, and we're here saying let's find out what it is first.
Yeah. The reason this is my thinking. If we take this back to the town, and it's something that can spread, this is like the
It's only going to spread if somebody drinks it.
zero. Yeah, exactly, but the 6 vials, and someone said, "Oh, this is great stuff," and starts to try to sell it. You know what I mean? It's
Well, we
we
don't
won't
let
know.
it out of our hands.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to give that.
We
chance.
find out what it is. As soon as we find out, we will deal with it accordingly. As followed.
Tenariel, roll your medicine roll.
Yep. 17.
Damn.
You figure it looks very much like blood.
I'll ask to have a closer look and tell you that yes, it does look like blood of some sort.
It's very strange.
Whether it's human or not, we don't know.
You don't know. That is true.
There's another argument is like there's the legend of this guy coming back and spanning so many decades. Is this his method of coming back? Is this his blood? Boltek?
Betek.
Lord Betek. Is this his method of coming? If someone drinks this, does he take over that person or anything like that? You know, arcane magic. Is this his method that he's done on these potions to... I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or anything like that, or devil's advocate or anything like that. Is like... everything that we have found in this place and the place above has been bad.
What was that?
No, sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
Okay, I thought it was like.
Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong button.
So if they don't want, if they want these things in safety, that's got to be good for them, not for us.
Well, in fairness, this is the safest place for them. So let's move it.
Somebody did mention earlier on that, I mean, if Rurik was here, I think Tenariel and Rurik together, with their understanding of medicine and arcana, probably would have been able to give you a better overall.
More chances.
Even if we take the vials back or some of the stuff back, right? Rurik's on the other side of the pole, so we can still be at the mansion, rest up, let these two work on it, and hopefully we'll know what we're dealing with.
And if we can't, we can take them to one of our temples and maybe they can analyze it.
Well, the nearest temple is in, bear with me,
Thorndyke.
Thorndyke, yeah, which is a good week ride away.
But please do remember that Tenariel and Ereval sent word to Thorndyke some time ago in order to ask for assistance.
Yes.
So they're probably going to be at the place pretty soon.
Hopefully, yes. It depends how long how many hours?
Depending if they're willing to travel into the dead lands.
Yeah. How many hours has it taken for us to get to this point since we sent the message?
That's a good point.
Well,
one or two days.
Days, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a long rest and a short rest, so it's probably about 2 or 3 days that you've been.
So they're pretty much going to be pretty close then.
Well, they're probably further than halfway if they responded immediately. If they even sent anyone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think the thing with these glass vials is that you've got plenty of options open to you. I mean, even if you left them here, Rurik can have a look at them. There's also the opportunity of bringing the alchemist from Clarion out to here. Yeah. Rather than taking them into the town Julius, if you're concerned about evilness spreading, etc.
My character is extremely against sending these vials to the town and to get them done.
But either way,
we need to keep this contained as much as we can. One, he kind of recognizes that the enemy has protected these as much as they can, so they are vital to the enemy's agenda.
You think that there's definitely there's some importance in this room, since there's these stone tables, there's these tables with the information on, and again, that's going to take some looking through to try to actually ascertain what it is all about, and that might take actually months rather than days. I'm just going to transport you over to this room. Okay. Because there is something else. It was so interesting because this box here, you got round to this box, Julius, and then you stopped. But actually, in this box, there seems to be 2 drinking horns that are stoppered. They don't seem to be full. You figure they probably have about you sort of like whooshing the liquid around inside. You think each one of them will have between 3 or 5 swigs left in them. They're actually made out of leather. They're not bone. They're sort of like leather drinking horns. And sort of like this is something. This is. And
is it not bad?
And this is something that you have seen before, because you figured that one of these drinking horns is definitely some kind of potion of healing of some description. The other drinking horn, you have no idea. When you actually take a bit out and put it on your tongue, nothing seems to happen at all. There's no tingliness or anything like that, but it seems that they're somehow they've been worn definitely on somebody's belt, and they seem to be both attached to the belt still. The other thing that's in here is a cloak, and it seems to be quite tattered and sort of like musty. But it's interesting because when you take out, and the natural thing to do with these cloaks is to go like that, all the dust and the cobwebs just sort of like fall away from it, and it's quite ornate. There's quite a fine embroidery round the base and up the middle, and there's a nice clasp that sort of like clasps at the top, and if anything, it looks extremely well made. Do
you recognise it from any of the paintings or the pictures?
No, not at all. It seems to be grey, and when I say grey, it's this grey of the dungeon. Can you see? It's not light grey. It's sort of like charcoal grey.
Okay, yeah.
And then the trim is like yellow cord, golden cord.
I ask the coin off to Neriel, and I'll kind of hold the coin up against it, see if and behind it as well, and see if it changes in any
No,
way.
it's definitely not a cloak of invisibility.
Damn.
Come on, Harry Potter.
Can I do a defining of what this is with Arcana? Oh, I'm terrible at Arcana.
Let's just work this out. So you're rolling at a skill that you have no proficiency in.
Minus.
Yeah, you have no proficiency in it. You have no attribute that could actually help you with it, and there is nothing that really. I mean, if it was religion, I would be kinder. You know, because that's basically
religion is exactly the same.
So, but that's what I'm saying. If you were doing religion, I would be kinder to you, because that's almost like your class would have that element of religion. But you know, dabbling in things like this, the best thing was probably to have something like detect magic cast on it.
I wish I had it.
I've got it. I just haven't got it memorized.
Yeah, so over the
to rest up.
downtime, over the downtime, then you can sort of like work out. But please, could you make sure you decide who's got each of the wine, the drinking horns? Could you put on the character sheet? You know, one is healing. Okay. And can you put? And this is really important. Can you put on it 3 to 5? Because you're not too sure how many's in there. That's just an estimate. And then the other one, just put it as potion of ? And then once you've done your detect magic, then I'll be able to tell you what it is. And then you have this cloak. Bazooka, this cloak is not. It's for a human size person. It's not something that you could actually wear.
Right.
Sorry.
No problem. I was gonna wear it.
I'm gonna give Bazooka the definite health potion.
That's actually quite ironical.
Yes,
The horn of Bazooka.
Because he would never be able to drink it because he's always dead.
No, he's done well.
Always dead. I went down one time.
I'm going to put together a whole lot of clips through all the D&D adventures when it's just like Bazooka dies. No, you do. Bazooka, you started off on the low and then you got really high and you've just had a little dip.
Yeah,
a little dip.
A little dip. This is more like a cliff face that I just walked on.
One thing that somebody sort of like suggests that you oh, hang on, I can't move you through walls. You're not allowed to do that. Somebody actually sort of like, there you go, paste, and then I'll get rid of this lot. You could probably drag something out of this room and to put over this here.
The cover, the where the dogs were coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you do have the amulet that will take you back through this area, back up to the room above.
Is that the one that the imp?
Well, you now have 2. Well, you have 3. You have 3 amulets because 4. Because there's 1 on each of the imp creatures.
Did we only kill 2?
There was the dead one.
Yeah, we
one
from the dead imp, and then the other 2.
But
imps.
all of them had an amulet. Oh, and sorry, I've just realised. I just remembered.
So we got 4 then. We got them all.
You've got 3, and then 1 from Betty.
Mad Maggie gave
From Mad Maggie, yeah. So, and the other thing that you got back from one of the dead bodies of the imp is Betik's amulet.
Okay.
Can you remember the imp? You saw it. He ran off with it, and so you actually find that round his neck as well.
Yes.
I so want to destroy it.
And that would be up to you. No discrimination.
No, it's again because its association with this quest. My character just wants to burn it all down, effectively, because it's such an affront to life.
I think that is really positive. But
wouldn't it be better though to have scholars study all of this so it can be protected against in the future?
Where religion takes over, scholarship does not need to take over.
And
I'm talking about priests.
Yeah.
Temples.
And it might be, remember there's something a lot bigger
in the other room.
That's going, can you remember the big portal and that voice that came out? And it might be, Julius, that through this, that's a much bigger evil.
That's a good point. Thank you very much for reminding me, by the way.
It might be that
I did not factor into this. So my character kind of is like grinding his teeth not to throw this into a pit of fire.
Yeah.
And he's almost like grabbing this off whoever has it to do so, but they kind of remind him to stay hands. As like, it's not over.
It certainly is not over. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's what I need. Let's see if I can.
An evil laugh.
Yeah, I just thinking that.
And a twirly mustache.
Laugh.
I think you should create one. Can you create one and upload it?
I could probably find one for you.
There you go. No, you don't need to.
So we leave you with ownership of Maggot Manor, as it is called, and the unknown factors that actually live and lurk underneath that you have wiped out and cleared out. Probably cleared out is probably a better word rather than wiped out. And there is so much yet that you do not know or understand, although you do know that there is something quite evil at work in Maggot Manor. Was at work, or still is at work. And even when you settle down for sleep upstairs to have a long rest for the first night, you actually hear from the portal room down below.
That was good with the skeleton.
And that is where we leave this week's adventure. So next week will be the break. So to allow me to create the next adventure. So we'll be considering getting about almost like a week of time that you can get things done. So if you let me know in Discord what spells you want to cast, general things that you want to do with Maggot Manor, anything that you want to keep an eye on, anything that you don't want to keep an eye on. I will assume that if you're not watching anything, then anything could happen. Please remember that in the portal room, there are statues that actually come to life. So please be careful down there. You never know what's going to happen.
This week that we're off, are we assuming that the town that we informed has come to help and they're here?
You will not know that until we start the next adventure.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, and as well as that, you probably hear this every now and again, Julius.
Ah, yes. The familiar sound.
Can't hear a thing.
Okay, so before we wrap up for tonight, would you each like to give your tell people where they can find you and where they can come and view you? Off you go.
Guys, I am Flat Battery. You can find me on Twitch TV /flat_battery. Also on Twitter with flat_bat_twit. I'm a variety streamer that plays any kind of game that comes to mind. Currently, I am mostly playing Unknown Battleground, and I'm going to be playing that after we finish here.
Excellent. Who's next?
I am Big Beastie, and I am also on Twitch. I am back. I'm back and I'm streaming. Well, I say I'm back and I'm streaming. I streamed the other day. But I'm back. And you can go to my channel and go to the down there and you'll find all the links to my social media and other stuff and things.
Definitely
and the artwork that Battery did, by the way.
Yeah, definitely a streamer to watch, by the way. He's fantastic.
Oh,
by the way, all of these guys are fantastic. Not just Big BC.
I'm also. Oh, by the way, I'm also here on Tuesday in this channel doing a Shadowrun
Not this
episode.
Tuesday though.
But not this Tuesday because
It's
things.
recreate adventure time, isn't it? This Tuesday for me. I've got a week of recreating adventures, and I was going to say something then that made me. Have you been drinking, Flat?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You were just getting a little bit emotional, that was all, and it was a sort of I would just like to say thank you to everybody on this stream. They're all grand. And Sprocketeer.
It was like an Oscar speech.
It was. That's what I was thinking.
Hi, I'm Sprocketeer. I don't stream. Do a little bit on Twitter now and again. I'm quite boring, actually. So that's me.
Big Beastie, your Twitch is coming up that you haven't played anything.
I streamed
Pub.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
It's not coming up when I did it.
Lies.
Oh, I streamed for 2 minutes the other night,
Oh, you did?
just
Yeah.
testing OBS.
Oh,
Yeah. And Flat Battery was playing Players Unknown's Battlegrounds.
that's what I was playing.
Yeah, you were. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for coming along and joining and watching tonight's stream. And best of luck to Cryptex's Roof and Clout with issues that he's dealing with at the present moment of time. I hope you get it all sorted. And thank you for coming along and watching tonight's D&D game. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget that we'll have next week off when I recreate the adventure. But I will be streaming that. So by all means, come along and have a look at as I create the adventure. So please, people in the stream, be aware that I will be streaming D&D, but I'm creating the adventure. So stay away. I will be hosting Flat as he plays Players Unknown Battleground. Thank you to everybody who supports the stream. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to go along and check out the Discord channel in all our streams so you can see where we are around and when we are playing. And please support everybody's stream just by heading out there and sitting and putting us on in the background. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's session, and I hope we will see you back again in a couple of weeks to watch the next thrilling episode of Dungeons and Dragons. It only remains for me to say my usual way, have fun guys, and I'll catch you all later. And until then, consider yourself well and truly waffled. Have fun guys.